Brett said something really smart in the appetizer hour. I'd like to revisit a little bit, please.
Wait, what? Mark that down. Hell, recording.
What?
Who told you that? You were talking about special, and somebody was on your bacon about something.
Oh, it's
You didn't think they were great, Brett. You're calling them special. Those are two different things. Let me explain. Hey, Vic, were the Bad News Bears great as a baseball team?
When I was in L.A., I just rode by the Bad News Bears Stadium on Sepulveda.
Did you really?
Yeah, they were great when they had to be. They were clutch.
Well,
What about Kelly Leak?
they lost the championship to the Yankees.
Yeah, but they got there. And
But hold on. I wouldn't say they were great. They were a bunch of misfits who finally put it together because Kelly Leak could hit bombs and Tatum O'Neal could chuck the pill. Right? Okay. But they were special, right? So, look, this Nuggets team, I think it's okay to call them special.
Do you feel something?
Guys on this team are special. The way they do some things sometimes is special. But it doesn't mean that they're going to be great. It doesn't mean they're going to win another title with this club. I don't know what the future holds. But it's okay to call them. It's okay to call this team special. Okay,
Moj,
it doesn't mean that they're going to win. It's
I
just
agree.
that they have unique qualities about them.
You are so correct.
That are really cool to see, and the individuals that make up the team are really interesting cats. It's really cool, man. Really cool.
I'm so glad you said that. That is such a great
Well,
perspective.
Brett said it earlier.
Thank you.
All right,
I'm sort of ripping him
Brett,
off, but I made it sound a lot more normal and intelligent. He just sort of threw the word special out there.
By the way, speaking of words, Chris Marlowe on our postgame show used the word glazing 3 times during the course of the show, and I'm not sure if he knew what it meant. But anyway, maybe we'll get Marlowe on to define it. Wake him up. He's probably listening to the show right now. Marlowe,
another scoring orgy.
Yeah. I have to
He's
say
the one
this.
talked about Serbian hookers.
Your point is so on
Hooker
point.
shot. What do you call it? Serbian
because
hooker shot?
A team doesn't have to win a championship to hold a place in your heart. A team doesn't have to. A team has to play above expectation to show resilience. How many times did we doubt that team just last night? How many times did we think the game was over? How many times have we thought they were done? When they were down 2-1 in the Clippers series, how many thought that series was over? They continued to do that to prove us wrong, and they do it so loudly. So loudly is what they do, Moj. You are so right. Brett, great point.
Well, what I was talking about.
Splendid Serbian hooker.
And look, this is part. This is part of the territory. We all know this.
So good.
Like, I thought the Nuggets were done when they fired Michael Malone. I thought the Nuggets were done after Game 3 in L.A. I didn't think the Nuggets stood a chance last night. I think the Nuggets on paper are a worse basketball team than Oklahoma City is. I still hold all of these things to be true in my head. But there's one thing about this team that they possess that few others do, which is if you give me a chance, I can rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's
the ability to prove people wrong. You know, I really mean this. Hear me out, everybody. Hear me out on this, because I even tweeted it last night. I honestly would not have cared if the Nuggets lost. Now, cared is not the right word. Win and losing, you want to win. But I would not have been despondent had the Nuggets lost that game last night, considering the way they stayed in the game and kept coming back. Even in the final minute, I said, you know what? If they lose this game, I'm good. Because I'm looking at this saying, holy crap, OKC is not the team everybody thinks they are. This is a beatable bunch. And the Nuggets have a huge advantage with their front court in this series. They could take more advantage of this. I was thinking that the entire night, win or lose, even before the final bucket. I considered last night a win, just watching the game unfold.
Yeah.
I felt the same way. I don't know what to do with myself now, though, because I thought the Nuggets were going to lose game 1. But I'm sitting there watching the game going, they're going to win game 2. I'm coming hard with that tomorrow morning. They're going to win game 2. I was going to guarantee it today. Now I don't know what to do because they won game 1. They've already secured home court advantage. Are they going to win game 2? I think they very well could. They very well could come home with a 2-0 series lead. I just think that they play this team well. number one. And number two, I think there are things they can improve on.
Yeah.
And certainly Jamal Murray is going to have a Jamal Murray game at some point. I mean, he had 21 points last night, but the efficiency wasn't there out of him.
Michael Porter Jr. is going to bounce back. And for those who are new to this Nuggets season, again, and I hear this a lot, Michael Porter Jr. is playing with one arm.
Yeah.
Right? He's playing with one arm. He was 1 for 8 last night, 2 points, did not play down the stretch. He's playing with one arm. I'm not going to make crazy excuses because he's played with one arm for the bulk of the previous series too. But you're going to have games like that. And I am fully confident that he is not going to have horrible nights like he had last night every night. He will bounce back. He will.
He's had these games already this postseason. He's had a couple where he just doesn't have it. You put him on the bench, he plays 20-some minutes, and then you're done. And then he has nights where he's knocking down 4 of 7 threes, and then you leave him in the game. Like,
it's to be expected. It comes with the territory. He's playing with one arm. I'm going to stress this again. After the game the other night, he had to have assistance to remove his jersey. He can't lift his left arm over his head. He had to have somebody remove his jersey for him.
You know, there's one thing, by the way, about how that ended. Moj, you said if they lost last night, you were going to guarantee a win in game 2. I'll tell you this much.
Why am I not doing it now, though?
Well, because it's hard to win 2 games on the road.
Because it's hard to predict the Denver Nuggets.
I reckon.
That too. But here's the thing. I think OKC, they better pray that they win that next game by about 12 points. I don't think they want any part of, like, close game late, down to, like, final couple possessions. That win, the way that you got it, could have planted a pretty serious seed of doubt for this series if this game's close late again.
Remember the onside kick in Waterboy? The kicker's like, who do I want? Who do I want? Who do I want?
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, yeah, that's my, right? That was Chet last night getting fouled with 9 seconds left.
It was
in
the
game.
perfect person to catch that inbound.
It was.
Hey, do you want to know why?
And dude,
do you want to know why he got that, by the way?
He clanged him. Oh, my God.
Because Joker was going, like, flapping like a wild man.
Joker was going full wacky inflatable tube man in front of SGA, making sure he didn't get the inbound. That's why Chet got the basketball.
That's the guy they wanted to shoot him. Man,
How smart is he? How smart is Nikola Jokic?
He's beyond.
I mean,
he's beyond
like
smart.
what he was
Beyond.
doing there versus what a normal person would do to defend the inbound. It's just the chess this man plays, the alternate universe in which he lives playing that game. I'm stunned at times.